Hello, this is Ryan from Exponential Bet, and in this video I'm going to show you examples of backing horses quite late on in the race using the in-play software. Over the top of that, I'm going to talk about my plans to add an in-play automation option for members of Exponential Bet, and also I'll be producing either a PDF or online guide which I can add to and explain more detail really about what I'm doing with the software, because the feedback I've had is great. Love it, like the examples. It's good to see the software in use, you know, all the progress of the software that's been happening over time and the development with it. On the other hand, it's what the hell are you doing? Can you explain it a little bit more detail? So I can do that, and I can also place the bets for you. So how about that? In this example there, you can see that I've hovered over the number 4 horse, Dubai Fountain. I've pressed back, and there's now a profit on that horse of £10.80 if the horse was to go on to win. The reason I did that, if you look at the FTG, which is the fatigue I was using, it's very low and the horse hasn't expelled as much energy as the other challenging horses. The splits are very good. The length's back at the time of the bet, that was good, with the only other challenging horse looking like it was a spent force. Now it's all well and good me saying that, isn't it? But I think if I could explain it in more of a step-by-step thought process with a guide, that would help a lot of people if I could make that available. And for some people who really don't have the time or the confidence to do this themselves in play, actually doing it for you and placing the bets would be the option that you would go for. So as stated, I will make those available, and pretty soon actually. We're looking at early July to have the in-play automation available, and probably about the same time I'll make it available for the guide as well. So however, I will continue to add these videos to YouTube and to Exponential Bet. But as an example, if you were to follow my service and I was placing the bets for you, I'd have placed that bet in the race on the number 1 horse, whatever stake you would have set within Cloudbet Bot, within a millisecond of me hitting the back option there and making the £5.90 profit on a £10 bet, your bet would have been placed to whatever stake that you set within the software. That is fully in your control. You can turn it on and off the bot, and the bets that I place over the days that qualify for racing, and I'll cover that in more detail about what to expect, some of the rules involved, some of the details to do with liquidity, and obviously the limited number of members. I'll go into all that detail as things evolve and become more available, so around about July time. But the point I'm making there is the stake is fully in your control. So I can have my stake set at £10, 50 quid, 100 quid, doesn't matter. If you've got your stake set to 50p, a pound, 100 quid, 500 quid, that'll be the bet that goes on for you within the software, which is great, don't you think? It's pretty clever. I think it's amazing. And also the speed of the software now compared to anything that I've ever used before, which I did copy bets with originally when we started with Dutch betting. This is super fast. In that race, there you go, as an example, say your stake was 10 quid, your liability would have been 20 quid, and you've only made £1.40. Now that race, the profit wasn't great, but it was obvious the horse was going on to win, so it was basically free money because the opportunity flipped. If you're watching the video, you'll see that I was hovering over the number 2 horse, but it just fell back, and it would always look like the number 1 horse. Now, it's easy for me to explain this quickly while the race is in operation there in the software, but the point of me wanting to add a guide and add it for automation purposes is really to help you and give you more options to get involved with this and capitalize on something that is amazing. It is cutting edge. The software is not perfect at the moment, but it's improving at a rate of knots. The development that's going into it is exceptional, and the people involved really truly want to make it better and better for all the members. So the extra features and development options that I've been working with, really exciting. and over time they'll all become available to you. But for some people, making that first step is going to be difficult. So having a guide to actually show you, look, here's a couple of strategies like this one today, the back inlays. Back inlay is great, not necessarily something I'll be using all the time for the automated aspect for members, but it's great if you can just go through the day, and a lot of it is free money with back inlay because it's so obvious and it is so ahead of the market. I do watch the live stream at the same time, and I've kind of fine-tuned my brain now to be able to watch the live stream and watch this and sort of find the edge of where the difference is with the actual what's happening on the TV and what's happening with the software, which is great. But yeah, getting back to what I was saying, the point of this is the fact that the guide will be there to help people bridge the gap and get some strategies that they can just use on a day-to-day basis and make some money. Like in this example, if you'd have followed my strategy there, you'd have bet 20 quid and you'd have made £15.20 quite easily, comfortable in fact. The horse itself, yeah, 4 looked like it was coming up, but it wasn't really. It never looked likely. So one more race, and yeah, I do apologise for the tiny screen. There was a lot of horses, so I had to use the zoom option to fit everyone in. And yeah, just really to wrap up in this final race, and my ETA to have the guide available, and then the guide itself will evolve, and I'll keep on adding new strategies. So you'll have this back inlays, and you'll have the lay option that I'm using, and the rationale behind that with the video examples, etc. And then the in-play actual automation, I'm aiming realistically to have it all perfect, ready to go by the second week of July, which I think is a good ETA for that. So yeah, if you are interested in that, do drop me an email, register your interest. I'll add you to the invite list. Obviously it's a first come first serve because there's only going to be limited access, but do get in touch at ryan@exponentialbet.co.uk, and I hope you find this video slightly informative. Anyway, take care. Thanks for watching.